Right now, did he say it or not? Two House Republicans from Wisconsin respond to a report that former President Trump called RNC host city Milwaukee, quote, horrible. Plus, authorities in Milwaukee looking for the driver of a dump truck that rear-ended another driver to crash, caught on traffic cameras. And the sunshine comes out in time for the return of Madison's night market. We check out the fun happening earlier on State Street. All ahead on News 3 Now at 10. A lot of speculation tonight about what was or wasn't said about the city of Milwaukee by former President Donald Trump in a closed-door meeting with House Republicans earlier today. Milwaukee is hosting next month's Republican National Convention, and Trump, his party's presumptive presidential nominee, reportedly called the city, quote, horrible. Now, that's according to a report from Punchbowl News, an online political news website that was launched in 2021. But two House Republicans representing Wisconsin are saying two different things. One is saying that it was taken out of context. Another is saying it was never said at all. Congressman Derek Van Orden of Prairie du Chien posting to X saying in part, quote, Donald Trump was specifically referring to the crime rate in Milwaukee. Congressman Brian Stile, though, of Janesville, saying on X that Trump never referred to the city as horrible. Quote, I was in the room. President Trump did not say this. There is no better place than Wisconsin in July, he posted. Now, ahead of the convention, the Secret Service is looking at expanding security around Fiserv Forum. That's where the four-day event will start on July 15th. Measures would bar protesters from gathering in a public park near the arena. Those talks come after a months-long dispute between the Secret Service and the GOP over security measures around the convention. Well, Donald Trump will travel to Wisconsin ahead of next month's convention. He'll be in Racine on Tuesday next week, holding a rally to highlight what his campaign says is how the Biden administration is failing Wisconsin. This will mark Donald Trump's third visit to the Badger State so far this year. And with the RNC approaching, Democrats are pulling out the stops as Wisconsin will once again be a battleground state in November. This morning, two Capitol police officers who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6th of 2021, campaigning on behalf of President Joe Biden's re-election campaign. They were here in Madison. Officers Harry Dunn and Daniel Hodges shared what it was like that day as they defended the Capitol from intruders who were attempting to stop the certification of the 2020 presidential election.
As ugly as that day was, I'm proud to say that our officers won that day, and the certification of the election happened. We may not be so lucky next time.
It's unclear how the officers' voices will impact this year's election, but experts say the events of January 6th could draw more people to the polls. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden campaigning in Green Bay earlier today, her second visit to northeastern Wisconsin in just 4 months. She spoke to a group of about 150 seniors at the Brown County Central Library, a key demographic for the Biden-Harris campaign.
Life doesn't stop when you hit a number. It never did. But our generation also has more opportunities than ever before to pursue education and jobs, to give back to our communities.
And Dr. Biden then traveled on to Duluth for another campaign stop. We woke up to thunderstorms this morning, but the stormy weather moved out, making way for a pretty nice sunny evening out there. The weekend's almost here now, and you want to know if that sunshine will stick around. Meteorologist Blaze Keller now with the answer, joining us from the outdoor weather patio.
And it is going to be a hot and humid evening across southern Wisconsin, despite the fact that that cold front moved on through and pushed out our severe weather chance that we maybe thought was going to occur later this afternoon when we were waking up this morning. We're not really cooling on down, or at least we're not drying on out. We'll cool into the upper 50s to low 60s tonight, but we're quickly going to climb back into those 80s for your Friday afternoon. Quiet on the satellite and quiet on the radar as well. Again, that cloud cover moving on out as we went further into your afternoon. As we kick off the 10 o'clock hour, most of Dane County is in the low 70s. Middleton, we are right around 68 degrees. A wider view would show similar temperatures across southern Wisconsin as well. So again, it's going to be kind of a hot and somewhat humid evening out there. Already relative humidity is nearing 100% in Boscobel as well as in Black River Falls. 60 above, it's just feeling muggy outside. So we turn on the AC tonight. We're into the upper 50s to low 60s. No AC, a fan. Just something to keep you cool this evening. It's going to be quiet. We are going to be tracking out a couple of days, to say the least, of temperatures flirting with those upper 80s to low 90s. And we're going to track out a couple days of storms as well in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, thank you. Senate Republicans blocking a bill today that would guarantee access to in vitro fertilization, IVF, nationwide. The measure put forth by Democrats fell short of the 60 votes needed to advance. Republicans called the legislation a political stunt, saying there are currently no restrictions on IVF. But Democrats say it's about protecting reproductive freedoms in the wake of the Supreme Court's overturn of Roe v. Wade 2 years ago. The abortion pill mifepristone staying on the market. The U.S. Supreme Court rejecting a lawsuit challenging the FDA's approach to regulate it. Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote the unanimous opinion in it, saying doctors and anti-abortion groups didn't have standing to sue. This is the first major Supreme Court case on reproductive rights since the court's conservative majority overturned Roe v. Wade back in 2022. Brand new tonight, a homicide charge has been dropped against a man accused of shooting and killing another man nearly 2 years ago on Madison's north side. 32-year-old Calatan Jefferson argued he was defending himself in the deadly August 2022 shooting of Corey Mitchell, a Fitchburg resident. Prosecutors say they couldn't disprove that. Mitchell was killed after an argument in a parking lot on Northport Drive. Jefferson's attorney says witnesses have not been cooperative in this investigation, and the only video of the shooting is from far away and it's blurry. He had originally been charged with first-degree intentional homicide as party to a crime. A man is grateful to have only walked away with minor injuries after he was rear-ended early this week by a dump truck while driving overnight in Milwaukee. A traffic camera captured the crash on I-41 happening just before 3 a.m. on Tuesday. You saw that dump truck rear-end a red SUV, the impact sending the SUV into a spin, hitting the median there and then landing back upright eventually. The dump truck, though, simply kept on going, later pulling over, but leaving before officers could get to the crash. Now the search is on for the driver responsible.
We don't have any specific identifying marks on the dump truck, no license plate, no DOT number. The driver of the dump truck should have a little bit more compassion and should be rendering aid if he's involved in a crash.
And authorities continue to investigate what happened. Back in Madison tomorrow, the State Patrol will take to the skies to make sure you're following speed limits. It plans to deploy its air support unit to patrol for speeders and other violators along the Beltline. State Patrol says the bird's eye view from the air makes it easier to spot aggressive and speeding drivers. When a violation happens, the pilot radios down to a trooper on the ground who will then initiate a traffic stop. It's a reminder the speed limit on the Beltline is 55 miles per hour. An unexpected ask for Madison police officers after arresting a woman suspected of operating under the influence to take care of her guinea pig. Officers Monday were called to East Washington Avenue after a 44-year-old woman was seen crashing a vehicle into parked cars. She did show signs of impairment and was arrested for OWI. And then at jail, she told the officers she has a guinea pig that needed to be cared for while she was away. She gave officers permission to enter her apartment to feed the guinea pig and give it care. Well, the second Madison night market of the season took over State Street tonight with live music and dozens of local craft and food vendors. Armand Rahman stopped by to check it out. Armand, did the heat have any effect on people? Keep them away tonight?
Yeah, you know what, Eric? Not one bit. I'd say the hot evening sun even brought more people out. State and Gilman streets, as well as part of the Capitol Square, were packed with retailers showcasing their local artisanal food, plant gifts, and handmade products, and even some handmade plants. You see, check these out. These are made of wool. Brianna Richard crocheted them, and everything else you see at her stand.
Kind of like a pandemic hobby of crocheting, and it kind of took over my life. I still work full time, but this is a fun way to kind of relieve stress and make a little bit of extra money on the side and kind of interact with people. So yeah, it's kind of exploded a little bit.
And you can do custom orders at Woolly Paws Crochets. In fact, Richard says she prefers when customers tell her what they want. The next Madison Night Market is set for August 8th. You can find detail as well as a complete list of vendors online.
Love to see those creative vendors. Armand, thank you. The next time you visit Cave of the Mounds, stop by the Visitor Center. You'll notice it has been newly renovated. The building was first built in the late 1970s as a restaurant and picnic shelter. Over time, it was repurposed as a visitor center to welcome both locals and tourists coming to see the limestone cave. Cave of the Mounds says the masonry columns, fireplace, and beams were preserved, but every other surface in the center is new. A big part of the renovation was getting the temperature under control by putting in insulation.
The building never had any functional insulation before. So to be able to experience it, today is the first day I'm really needing air conditioning, and it works in there. Heating in the wintertime. So the creature comforts are wonderful, and of course, new restrooms, which don't grab headlines, but it's a wonderful thing to have.
Cape of the Mounds says the renovated visitor center will also help host events during the slower non-tourism season. 2 young state actors from Wisconsin are being honored for their work in theater. Ava Greenberg of Middleton High School and Nolan Travis, he's from Wausau West High School. They're both recipients of the Overture Center's Jerry Award for their excellence in stage performance. The Jerry Awards are honors given out by Overture Center to honor high school performers, and both Greenberg and Travis performed this weekend as part of an awards showcase.
Our program really does an amazing job of supporting musical theater talent across the state and gives high schoolers like myself and Nolan the opportunity to, put on this award show and help celebrate musical theater even more.
But they aren't just receiving local acclaim. They are both also heading to the National Jimmy Awards. That's later this month on Broadway.
I've seen like around 2 shows on Broadway because I have a lot of family that lives out on the East Coast. And so we always go up to New York and take the trip. But this will be my first time being on a Broadway stage, which will be awesome.
And the Jimmy Awards are being hosted by singer Josh Groban, featuring young actors from all across the country. Don't go anywhere. More local stories are ahead at 10. We travel south to Janesville to visit with some noisy neighbors. We're not talking about humans, but cicadas. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now, voted Station of the Year 2023 by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Ashley's best Stars and Stripes event starts now. We've brought in truckloads of furniture with special doorbusters for quick delivery. Save up to 75% off on closeouts and take special financing with low monthly payments. Save now at Ashley.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're headed across town or across the country, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care during our summer tire sale. Right now, buy 3 tires, get 1 free with up to a $100 rebate on select sets of 4 Cooper and Goodyear tires. Plus, rewards members get an extra $25 instant savings on any set of 4. And for all your power needs, Blaine's brand vehicle batteries start at $43.99. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. See her triumphant story and prepare to be ecstatically blown away. Direct from Broadway. Playing June 11th through 16th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
When you donate furniture, cabinets, and appliances to Habitat Restore, you make an impact on neighbors in your community. Profits generated from Restore sales help provide safe and secure housing for hardworking families across Dane County. Donate to make a difference today.
All month long here on Buzzed in Madison, we are celebrating Wisconsin farmers. That's right. This week, we're headed to Jazzy Jerseys in Lodi, and just maybe you'll get to see Lily right here on Buzzed in Madison. WISC TV3.
Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. At Next Door and Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last longer than any other window you can buy. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Ashley's best Stars and Stripes event starts now. We've brought in truckloads of mattresses with special doorbusters for quick delivery. Save up to $1,200 instantly on adjustable mattress sets and special financing for 60 months. Save now at Ashley.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, the hilarious Miss Pat.
Everybody think because I'm a plus-size black woman, they just swear I can cook and they swear I can sing. Baby, ain't nothing coming up out of this chest but sweat from hot flashes.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
If you're finding it harder and harder to be motivated at work, you are not alone. A new Gallup survey finds more than half of U.S. workers are disengaged from their jobs. Half of them are watching for or seeking actively new employment. In addition, nearly half of U.S. and Canadian workers, 49%, report daily stress, with women experiencing higher levels.
When you have organizations that are poorly run, you can see that the amount of unnecessary stress that is added to a human being's life is tremendous. In fact, somebody who is actively disengaged at work compared to someone who is engaged at work, there is a 60% difference in terms of how much daily stress that they are experiencing.
Gallup's CEO adds that one of the single biggest contributors to that stress is when employees don't have the things they need to do their jobs. That, he says, comes down to management. 2 Apple employees are suing the company over their paychecks, saying they aren't making as much as their male colleagues for doing the same work. The women claim Apple asked candidates about their pay expectations, using that information to set lower starting salaries for women. They're proposing to expand their lawsuit into class action, seeking 12,000 current and former employees to join in. In more local news, the legacy of a late Monona and Ho-Chunk artists will be honored in the form of a 9-day wood sculpture festival. It starts tomorrow. The Harry Whitehorse International Wood Festival will bring world-renowned sculptors to southern Wisconsin for a week-long artist residency for carvings. Harry Whitehorse passed away in 2017, but his sculptures continue to inspire beyond his death. Over 9 days, attendees will see a live carving of new sculptures, as well as experience cultural performances, other Ho-Chunk art exhibits, and more. The festival is at San Damiano Park in Monona. To learn more about it, visit harrywhitehorse.com. And for weeks now, the cicadas have been spotted around southern Wisconsin. The noisy bugs are a rare sight, swarming areas like Lake Geneva and Janesville since last month. Our Merrill Hubbard shares more about the bugs making themselves heard and known.
If you're anything like me, you flinch and squeal anytime a bug enters your bubble. But today I'm in Janesville to face my fears because these brood 13 cicadas only come every 17 years.
I heard it start up like someone's turning a volume knob up.
Michael Rick has lived at this Janesville location for 23 years.
I knew it was coming, but I don't remember it being this loud.
As a Midwest native, Rick knows what the buzz is about, but this time his yard is a full cicada invasion.
It's like a spaceship hovering above the trees.
Like snakes, they shed their skin, and like aliens, their big eyes bulge bright red.
When they come out of their exoskeleton, they're kind of a creamy white color. And it takes them a while. They turn dark and their eyes turn red, which isn't much better.
In all seriousness, though, despite their noisy raid, these rare cicadas are harmless to humans.
These are really quite harmless. And one analogy I've heard about these is, if you think about it, they've been down in the soil for 17 years, and they've been great roommates during this time.
Beyond that, cicadas are a huge food source for wildlife and little landscapers for humans.
Lots of wildlife is going to gorge themselves on these things, and that might help out their own populations as well.
They're aerating my yard. It's great.
I guess they aren't so scary after all.
You might only have perhaps a handful of opportunities in your entire life to see these here in the Badger State.
This is prime time for cicadas in Wisconsin, so if you also want to get over your fears, now may be the time. I'm Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
And time now for another check of your first warn forecast. Here's meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze.
And we are tracking the mild evening ahead. It's going to be humid. It's already humid out there. If you maybe have to step outside, let the dog out one last time before you head to bed. Make sure that you've got all the windows closed. I know I've talked about opening up the windows a couple of nights last week and maybe even the week before that, but it's humid and the humidity is only going to build as we look beyond Father's Day. We're going to be entering into kind of the heat and humidity that we haven't really been tapped into yet this summer. And we get a little taste of it, at least for about 6 or 7 days as we go into next week. It's quiet on the radar 3000. The clouds have continued to clear on out as we made our way throughout the day. That allowed us to actually get into those upper 70s to mid 80s across southern Wisconsin. Mineral Point, you were the coolest out of the area at 79 degrees, and just to our southwest there in northeastern Iowa, 87 in Dubuque. We couldn't quite get there in Janesville, but we were close at 86. So overall, not a terrible day as we begin to wrap up our work week. Now we've begun to slip into those upper 50s around Black River Falls and Camp Douglas. Everybody else is still hanging out right around 70 degrees, if not a few degrees below. Maybe a few degrees warmer as well. But again, it is going to be a humid night across not only southern Wisconsin, but Dane County as our temperatures, again, upper 60s to low 70s. The winds, while they're out of the north, they haven't brought down any drier air. So we're only going to cool off into those upper 50s to low 60s overnight because we got to quickly get back into those 80s for your Friday. Plenty of sunshine, though, as we're maybe beginning to think about planning our day this evening, and across southern Wisconsin, mid to upper 70s to low 80s. Let's take a look at future track ahead to Father's Day, because as I mentioned, it's going to be a quiet Friday. Some thunderstorms may be possible Saturday, but as we're beginning to plan out our day for dads across southern Wisconsin, whether you're going to be going up north, staying here across southern Wisconsin, we are going to be dealing with that threat for rain as we go throughout the day, especially farther north. So maybe we do some activities here across southern Wisconsin as this next round of showers and thunderstorms kind of moves through the area. But that's going to bring and really begin our kind of stretch of that heat and humidity, upper 80s to low 90s by the afternoon hours, not only on Father's Day, but beyond that. Take a look at how much red is going to be over the Midwest area, including Wisconsin, as we go into your Monday, Tuesday we're looking at, and then even into Wednesday as well. We're not clearing out that red. In fact, while we've only had 0, we haven't had any 90-degree-plus days here this year in southern Wisconsin. If we take a look at previous years from the start of the year through today's date, back in 2023, last year, we already had 2. 2022 and 2021, we had already gotten about a work's worth of those 90-degree days. So we're maybe due for them, and we are certainly going to rack them up as we go into the next 7 to 10 days, starting on Father's Day and beyond. That's when we're going to be dealing with that heat and humidity. You see it there, humid, 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 and humid from Monday through Friday of next week. Make sure that you are drinking plenty of water, staying cool, especially at night. Make sure your pets are staying cool and hydrated as well. Father's Day, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and we cool on down by not this weekend, but the upcoming weekend.
And coming up in sports, Kings of Division II, how Edgewood baseball rallied to win their 3rd state championship. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Why was it important to have Pella match the look of your home?
I love that I have a home that just can't be made anymore. It's 100 years old, it's a historic district, and we didn't want to ruin the look by having modern windows in an older home. I had a vision for what I wanted our home to look like. When I found out that Pella had an architecturally accurate product line, they simply guided us and helped us to make a great decision for our home.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 48 months. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Madison, a new era in golf has arrived. Introducing TPC Wisconsin, an elite golf club with worldwide privileges. Contact TPC Wisconsin today for your exclusive membership.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150, gas, hybrid, or all electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Now, get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 1.9% APR for 36 months, plus $500 retail bonus cash. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
The biggest steak sale ever is this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Save big on delicious New York strips, bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets, and mouth-watering ribeyes. This sale is huge, and so is our dad-sized 25-ounce Big T-Bone. For the best steaks around at the best prices around. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever, Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young.
Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
.com. When it comes to state baseball, Sun Prairie is in a league of their own. 18 times the Cardinals have advanced to state, and 9 times they've left as champions, both state records. Sun Prairie East looking to add to that trophy case, taking on De Pere in the Division I final. Second inning, Redbirds up 1 and looking for more. Devin Weber drops one into the outfield, and De Pere led 4-0 after 2 innings of play. Sun Prairie East would get one back in the 4th. Manny Abreu smacks one through to put his team on the board, but it wouldn't be enough. Cardinals finish runner-up in D1, 5-1 the final.
They handle things the right way. I'm proud. Great leadership this year, and I think that really helped us get to where we ended up. You know, the only 2 teams played at 6 o'clock in the whole state of Wisconsin today, and that was us and De Pere. And De Pere just played a little bit better than us.
2 times Edgewood baseball has reached the Division II state final, and 2 times they've left as state champions. The Crusaders back again in the championship game, looking to go 3 for 3. Their opponent this time around, Mosinee. Now Edgewood spotted them a 3-run lead in the 1st, and then they went to work. 4th inning, the Penn State commit Preston Youcher rips one through the infield for an RBI single, and the game is tied at 3. And the Crusaders were nowhere near done scoring. 5th inning now, Henry Gill up, and he goes gapping to bring home some more. That was part of a 7-run inning, and the celebration is on. Edgewood wins their first state title since 2009, 12-6, the final.
I can't even describe it. We've been working for this every day, the whole winter. Me and the other seniors, we've been dreaming about this. We finally got our chance, and it feels incredible.
It's awesome. There's so much going through. I can't really remember the game that much. I mean, that last moment, that's insane. We all thought this is like our year before the year. It's amazing. I don't know. I don't have much words.
Day 1 of the state girls soccer tournament, McFarland taking on Catholic Memorial in the Division III semifinals, and the Spartans season comes to an end. They fall 1-0 at state. Chris Bono has added Tony Cassiope to his coaching staff for the upcoming season. Cassiope was a 4-time All-American heavyweight at Iowa, where he went 90-17 and helped the Hawks win an NCAA title in 2021. We're back after this.
At Gruber Law Offices, we know how to win. Real cases, real results. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Now, don't you worry. I'm going to take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco. Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2026. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast so you can enjoy your new windows all summer long. 2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Introducing Badgerscape Design and Landscape, your trusted full-service landscape company in the greater Madison area. We offer expert design, installation, and maintenance services. Visit badgerscapedesign.landscape.com to schedule a consultation today.
Long here on Buzzed in Madison, we are celebrating Wisconsin farmers. That's right. This week, we're headed to Jazzy Jerseys in Lodi, and just maybe you'll get to see Lily right here on Buzzed in Madison. WISC TV3.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want style? Well, now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Want it,
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
It doesn't make big headlines. There's no scandal, no conflict. So you probably haven't heard about the Biden administration's work to lower costs, getting caps on the cost of medicine like insulin and inhalers at $35, and investing in American-made clean energy to lower power bills. If you don't know about it, join the club. It's not what the news is covering these days. But you can find out yourself how you can save some money.
We've successfully represented people injured in truck accidents for more than 35 years. We know what it takes to get the results you deserve. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, Bears, guys, get off the hammock.
His voice kind of sounded like Yogi Bear, didn't it? Get off the hammock. How about you come and make me? That's the expression that Black Bear's given him. And this was in Vermont. The homeowner caught him lounging in the backyard hammock with another bear just checking it out. Hey, maybe I want that hammock. It wasn't the first time that Noah Dweck saw bears around his property, but seeing one with its paws up on the hammock, well, that was a first.
To be honest, it was pretty impressive that he didn't fall off or she didn't fall off of the hammock. And was kind of knew how to do it. It was quite funny to see.
Looks pretty comfortable out there. He said he was working inside at a table with the screen door open and heard the hammock jingling, but realized there was no wind and immediately knew it had to be a bear. If you know people that live in areas with bears, they just are unfazed by them. They're just used to them. That was the case there.
Wasn't there one just like right down the road? Like
many years ago. Over the years, we've had them come wandering through southern Wisconsin, but
I think
not recently. We do have a lot of wildlife out back, though, there's no doubt.
The day that there's a bear on the patio, I'm going to
that'll be an interesting forecast.
Yes. Hey, it's going to be quiet tomorrow, sunny. Enjoy the cool tomorrow because we're flirting with the 90s starting Father's Day.
And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.